Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Now this question is for adults. Make sure you're adult, you're mature, you're married. This question is for them. Is it allowed for a husband to exercise his private part for a good erection to please his wife? Yes, yeah, this is very permissible to do that, and this is encouraged to do that for a husband to exercise their private part, because now this is something very risky, and this is something very sensitive matter, because maybe the shaitan inside will whisper in your brain, let's do an exercise to please your wife, but rather you do only exercise for a good erection only at the time of sex and only at the time of intercourse. Other than that, this is totally haram to even go to touch your private part, and it is also forbidden to even looking at your private part. But rather, when you come into having a good time with your wife, and you want to make sure you want to please your wife, it is good that either you do an exercise, but this is not recommended to do yourself an exercise, but you can do that. It is permissible if the wife doesn't want to do it, but you can do that rather for a better erection. Do it for your wife, but it is recommended that your wife do it for you, but you should not touch it or do anything. And also this is do not take a chance, do not take a risk. It is totally haram when it is except the time of a bed. Except the time of a bed. If the shaitan will whisper in your heart like you're going to be having a good time with your wife and you need some exercise, don't even listen to your nafs. Do not do that until when the real moment come, and then you're allowed to exercise yourself and make a good erection, and with the niyyah of pleasing your wife. But it is not it's totally forbidden except the time of an like in having intimate with your wife. Except that time it is not allowed, and that is haram to even looking at your private part or by touching your private part. Or do not listen to your nafs like let me exercise right now in the daytime for the later you can have a good erection with your wife. So do not follow this kind of a devil shaitan whisper, because he might he knows that he can fool you by starting something which could take you somewhere else. So it's rather, because there's a beautiful ayah in the Holy Quran in Surah Isra verse number 32, La taqrabu zina. La taqrabu zina means do not take your step towards something which could take you some way from away from the Surat al-Mustaqim. So rather you stick there, you have a good niyyah for your wife, and before the bedding with an before the intercourse, before the sex, you can spend little time to exercise, and also you're allowed, your wife is more recommended, so she can exercise for you, but rather you should not do that. But if she doesn't want to do it, but you can do that, but you have to have a pure niyyah you're doing for your wife. And this is only permissible only at the time of a bedding, but it is not permissible, this is haram to do other than the bedtime, because shaitan is very smart. He might ask you, okay, let me do it right now, and this will help you later on. So do not even listen to the devil whispers. So stick there and just wait for the right time to do that. And this is definitely allowed to do an exercise, and it is also recommended those who have an erection problem. It is also recommended them just to, because the part of the intimate relation, one of the important factor in building a good relationship between the husband and wife, that's to have a good sexual relation between them. And each partner should be pleased from each other, and it is better what he likes and what she likes. So try to help each other into building up a good, beautiful relationship. But touching your private part other than it is not the right time to do that. This is haram. It is not permissible. It is not allowed to do that. Do not follow the shaitan whisper. Rather you just do that by the time it is a bedtime only.